What up, guys? It's your girl, Robert Butterfly, here today to do your daily message. Whenever you catch a video, if the message does resonate, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, comment, subscribe button. If you want a personal, use the description box down below. How you guys feeling? How you guys doing? We're going to jump right on into it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's see real quick. That ain't gonna work. I just fixed it. Come back up. That may or may not work. We gonna see. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? The view might be off, but the message still gonna be the same, so we'll get to it. What's up, gang? Hello. Hey, beautiful people. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I just got back from the pool. I'm feeling my, my little sun kiss, my sun vibe. But I actually was excited to get back here and do the reading for you guys. Point blank period, okay? Trying to get comfortable. Just got my setup back right. It could be a little off, so bear with me. You either gonna get it and receive it, or you're gonna be worried about the image. It's up to you guys, right, Bird? But let's get into the message. Point blank period. Let's get into it. I'm not going to lie to you guys, Virgo. What I really wanted to come and talk to you guys about was about intuition versus gut. Before we get anywhere, we're going to get that out the way. Okay? And what I'm getting here is that, Virgo, if you know what intuition is, intuition can be like a hunch, a suspicion, okay? Intuition can be almost a notion of knowing something because of your experience. Okay, intuition can come from preconceived notion is what I'm getting here, right, Bird? And then there's also this thing called your gut. A lot of people think that they have intuition, they know the game, therefore they're not green, but they don't know how to listen to their gut. They will ignore their gut. And I feel like, Bird, you're in a situation where you feel the same exact way. Okay, I feel like, Virgo, this is not about intuition. This is not about experience. This is not about who does it better. This is a situation that you're dealing with where I feel like, Virgo, it's almost like your gut. There's a nudge. There's this a push that's pushing you forward. Okay, and I feel like, Virgo, you've been really going through the grain. People don't want you to have the message. People want you to sound confused. People want you to come off looking like a hot mess. People want you to come out on some, really, they want you to be vulnerable. Okay, and I feel like, Virgo, you keep on showing up as you. Vulnerable and all, but it is authentic. And this is why people cannot beat you. Virgo, I feel like there's somebody here that want to beat you to the punch. They want to create the narrative. They want to be able to tell the story. They want to be able to get away with something here, Virgo, where it's a little bit, I wouldn't even say too late to apologize, because it's never too late to apologize. But what they're really, it's too late for, Virgo, for them, it's too late for them to really take accountability. They done buried themselves. They done got themselves in so much bullshit that they don't even know how to be the beaver in the situation. They don't know how to stick their head up from the ground, Virgo. They really, rather stay underground. So what I'm getting is that, Virgo, a lot of people, I wouldn't say testing your patience, but I feel really bad for whoever I am talking to, because it may not resonate for every Virgo here. But I feel bad for you. And not to say that in a sympathy way, but in an empath way. Empathy. Okay? Because what I'm getting here is that, Virgo, it took a long time for you to start speaking up for yourself. It took a long time for you to start really, having the courage. Even though you had courage for everybody else, even though you fought for everybody else, even though you stood bold for everybody else, when it comes to yourself, it took a long time. And I feel like the people that you rode for the most, Bird, were the same people that put you out on the front line. The same people that hurt you. The same people that was ready to use you. The same people that was ready to turn their back on you. The same people that was ready to forge your signature. Steal your identity. Take your destiny. Whatever it may be, Virg. For some of you guys, it ain't even that important. You don't even have that on you. But for the ones that really have, and the ones that really been through that shit, I really feel bad for you because so many people just ignored it. Ignored it until it was available for them to use it. Ignored it until they felt overworked and underpaid. Meanwhile, Virgo, you had been going through it. You stood up for them. You said something for them. You took the loss for them. I feel bad because these same people, Virgo, they watched you. They watched you get washed up. They watched you deal with people, not your problem, their problems. They watched. Tongue tied or not, we're going to get the conversation out, right, Virgo? Somebody watched. Okay? Point blank period. They watched. Been watching. They watched you go through bullshit. Seen you get miracles, seen you get blessings, and they watched just so they can simply try to take it away so that they can report news. I'm not really sure why this person has been this envious, Virgo, but it has a lot to do with painting a narrative here. What's crazy about this situation is that, Virgo, this person would be so good at painting masterpieces. They would be good at interior design. They would be great as putting a clothing line together, Virgo. But instead, they can't even do that because they're so busy watching you and what you may get or may not get. They don't want you to have that. So this is what they're going to do, Virg. Paint a narrative. This person get blessed. They don't even realize when they getting blessed. They can't. They can't realize when they getting blessed because they too busy wondering about what's going to happen with you next. Who going to call you? What you going to do next? So I feel like, Virg, a lot of you guys are starting to see here. This is not about you being patient. This is not about your patience even being tested. This is about you deciding that I'm no longer going to do the work. Why would I work for somebody that's jealous of me? Why would I work for somebody who, if I'm bringing blessings to the table here, if I'm bringing benefits, if I'm bringing customers, if I'm doing my job and they acting like giving me a 25-cent raise is a promotion, why would I act like you're a benefit for me? That's not a benefit for you, Virgo. I feel like you're starting to realize that. And somebody is starting to see that, so the contract don't matter. You get what I'm saying, Virgo? The contract don't matter. Somebody here thought, oh, I can forge a signature here. Oh, I can forge my way through this. Oh, I can make Virgo bend and fold on this. But it really, they may have got away with it, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, what's being exposed is that signature. It's not real to begin with. Something was BS from the start. Point blank period. I don't care how you try to look at it, how somebody try to map it out, how somebody tries to make it look, how people try to water down your truth, Virgo, how loud somebody speak lies. Something was BS from the beginning. And whoever this is, Virg, they like to get away with painting a narrative. They love people reporting the story. As long as they got people behind them, child, they gonna keep running with it. They gonna keep running with it. They love it. Let them reach out, Virg. This person don't even see what's coming. Because the more they focus in on you, the more that they try to get away with this bullshit, the more that they're not seeing the real scheme, the real play, the real thing that's going behind in the shadows, behind the curtains, okay? It's somebody, this person working on you, but it's somebody working on them. That's the best way for me to say that. Okay, because it's different for everybody, Virgo. But I'm telling you, this person here, that they trying with you, but it's somebody else that's really putting pressure on them. They can't figure it out. They don't understand why. They feel like they have a legacy, but they're not where they want to be at all in life. Point blank, period. It worked. You get what I'm saying? It worked. This is like somebody who the I wouldn't even say the left hand, the middleman. This is somebody that's an errand boy for somebody with power here. Or errand girl for somebody with power. Oh, my homegirl fucked so-and-so. My homegirl robbed for me. But that homegirl only robbed for you as long as you doing what you supposed to. See, somebody don't get it. Somebody don't get this sweet talk. But Virgo, what I'm picking up on is that you do. You do. Somebody is upset here, Virg. It got a lot to do with pentacles. It got a lot to do with the way that you think, the way that you speak, the way that you look, the things that you're blessed with, the things that you have and you do not have. I ain't even gonna make it up to y'all. A lot of you guys, it look good. Too good to be true. This shit's sad. When I really just look at the cards, Virgo, it's sad. It's janky. It's sad. It's sad that people even go this low. It's sad that so many people running off insecurity. They'll get behind this person, Bird. Even though they overworked, underpaid, even though they've been through the same bullshit, they've been told the same lies as you, even though their legacy has been compromised, even though their home has been compromised, they will still go with the person that's wrong just so you won't be right. They will listen to a person tell lies, but when you speak the truth, Virgo, you're a charmer. They'll let somebody play with their insecurities and vulnerabilities, but when you speak the truth, Virgo, it's janky. I mean, what can you do with this, Virg? Nothing. You gonna tear yourself down? You gonna cry a river? What can you do with this? You do nothing. They walk all over you. You say something, you're the bad guy. I see why a lot of y'all want to get up and walk away. I see why a lot of you guys want to get up and create a new identity. And it's crazy because, Virgo, the more that the more you trying to create this new identity here, Virg, the more they're being inspired to live the old you and be the old you. That's why they don't want you to change your life, change your hairstyle, change your ways, change your habits, change your zip code, change your email address, change your name, whatever it is, change your passwords. This is why they don't want you to change those things. They want you to be married. They want you to be stuck in a contract that they can monitor, that they can watch. We just got married. Hitched. They want you to stay in that honeymoon phase, Virg. They want you to be inspired. So that way when anybody come knocking on the door, Virgo ain't gonna ask no questions. This how you know who you're dealing with, because Virgo, every time you ask questions, they get irate. They get erratic. They get emotional. There's somebody that like to argue about policies, agencies, politics, rules, regulations. There's somebody that's always bringing up a policy, bringing up the Bible, but when you actually go do the research, when you actually go look at it, it ain't even what the fuck somebody talking about. When they actually try to bring it to the court of law, it actually does not work. A lot of y'all, you just tired of dealing with people that bullshit. You get tired of people that want to come to you for the spiritual advice. They want to come to you and tell you how to live your life. They want to come to you and pour out their emotions. But the moment that you start talking about you, it's you doing too much. See, I feel like you catching game here. Point blank, period. Ain't no way. It's really no way around it. You see what it is. Somebody's a liar. Okay? Somebody's a liar. Point blank, period. So everything you say, they feel like it's a shot at them when it's not. Everything you say, they think you trying to take something away from them. Well, if you didn't owe the tow man, you don't have to worry about him coming to repossess your car. Right? If you ain't no gold digger and no con artist, you don't have to worry about somebody making you sign a prenup. Right? If you're not just with somebody because you afraid to say no, when you say no, you're not afraid of the answer, right? Baby in the making, talking your personal business, and I will find you again. That's the cards. Nothing coming from this. Bullshit, words, no action. The only action that's being taken here is somebody losing their car, somebody finding out somebody a player, somebody realizing I need to say no, somebody realizing that, oh, I keep on telling lies to everybody else and lying to myself and it ain't got me nowhere. Somebody is just realizing every shot they take, it's an unexpected visit. It's an unexpected shortcoming. It's an unexpected expense. It's an unexpected something in this person's life. Because why? This person, they keep wanting to paint dreams and illusions. And they getting away with it. They getting away with it. They keep reporting it and people falling for it because it's easier to fall for that than face the truth. It's easier to go with that than face the truth. So I actually feel bad for somebody because I feel like you've been exposing lies. And it didn't got you to a point to where, I ain't gonna lie, it's coming out crazy. It don't sound right. You gotta keep on going back. But this shit been going on for so long. So long, I feel bad for you. And it's crazy because people have listened. But in those times, you gave folks grace. When they was about to lose it all, here you was. Like, nope, don't take that. Here it is falling. Don't take that, don't do that, don't say that, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't do all that. You did that. You felt bad for them. You felt bad for your enemies. I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking facts. You felt bad for them. You gave heart to these folks. No lie. For them to get up, brush themselves off from the dirt when they was rattling, when they were scared, when they were hiding. Here you was. No, my friend. You think the universe didn't see this? You think God don't see this? They so used to getting away with doing bad. They forgot who can actually see. They forgot who they used to doing shit with a crowd and apparently a crowd of dumb individuals. I wouldn't even say criminals, individuals. Point blank, period. They so used to that shit. Here it is again. That they don't even realize the game, the illusion, how they're being used, how they're being played. Okay? Somebody still don't see what it costs. They ready to walk away from something here, but they still don't see what's at the bottom of it. Okay, well, this is somebody here as well. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It could be a earth sign or a fire sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or it could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, who was so ready. They seen somebody doing dirt. They seen somebody doing just the bottom of the bottom type of shit. They turned a blind eye to it. I'm going to keep getting my money. I'm going to go ahead and follow through with the contract. I'm going to forge a signature so I can get the money at the end. And then look what happened. They still end up getting exposed because you knew. Guilty by association. You knew what was going on. Somebody knew what was going on. This fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, baby, they knew what was going on. Intuition versus gut. Somebody seen something with their eye, and they went ahead and said, oh no, I'm going to go ahead and do what my gut telling me to do. When their intuition had been telling them for many, many years, somebody dead ass wrong. You know this situation don't add up. They do too. Baby, somebody thought they could get away with it. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I'm not going to make it up. Let's keep it rocking. Look, they didn't mind. They didn't mind because this is what it was. They gonna blame you. As long as they get away with it. Baby, they was willing to do a little time. As long as they didn't get named as the main suspect, the main person, the head honcho in the situation, baby, they didn't mind who they had to put this shit on, Virgo. A lot of y'all, this ain't y'all. That's what's crazy. A lot of you guys, Virgo, this is what you watching, this is what you seeing, this is what you dealing with. People trying to blame you. But they running out of people to blame. They running out of resources. They running out of places to go with it, Bird. A lot of these folks, they don't know what else they gonna do. Keep telling lies. I'm telling you, it's a fire sign. Okay? This person keep acting like they don't know what's going on, Bird. They do. They know how to play with emotions. They know how to play with people's passion, dreams. They know how to play with everything, but they don't know how to play with them coins. And this is why they could not play you. Okay, Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Because one thing about you guys, y'all hold that pentacles. Y'all hold that bag. Y'all know how to do the work here, right, Bird? So when it came down to it, they couldn't play with no motherfucking Earth sign. They could do it on everybody else but an Earth sign. And they got so comfortable that they didn't even see that. This person here, I'm telling you, Bird, they didn't have nothing good intended for you. And if it's not you, this is a person that's deeply, madly in love with you. But they fell for bullshit. They fell for gossip. They fell for their insecurities. They fell for ego. They fell for the trap here, Bird. Okay? Somebody keep wishing bad on you and it keep happening to them. And I'm telling you, Virgo, it's like a repetitive cycle here. They don't know what to do with it. Point blank period. They say it's you acting broke and they're rich. Virgo, they the one going through this. Fake flexing. They the one going through this. Tow trucks. They the one going through this. People playing with their emotions. This is why they really all over the place. I'm telling you, Virgo. They say you a dumb criminal, but they a dumb spiritualist. Because if they was really on it, they would have known you wasn't a dummy criminal. You wasn't invested or being investigated from the jump. They would have known that, damn, what Virgo been through, that's some hoe ass shit. Them motherfuckers dumb. It takes some dumb people to want to come and do this shit over here. How they didn't see the play, Virgo? How they jump in on the play? How they got so comfortable with seeing people play you that they wanted to be a part of it? Every time you spoke up for yourself, Bird, you was lying. Every time you spoke that truth, that's a lie. Every time you showed up for that court, oh, here they are, MIA. Because we're not going to deal with Virgo lying. Everything that you do is always a no. That's what I'm getting here, Virg. Because this is what they keep getting. This is what they keep going through. This is their reality. And Virgo, at the end of the day, you don't have nothing to prove. The more they keep doing this bullshit to you, the more they keep facing people like this. The more they keep attracting people like this. The more they keep on having to question reality. Somebody can be sent to them very good for them, Virgo. Somebody can be sent heaven sent. This person would not realize because what, Virg? They paranoia. They can't sleep at night. The things they done, if a good person came and slapped them in their face, if a God-sent person and a heaven-sent person came and came to this Sagittarius moon way, baby, they wouldn't know if they knew it. They'll turn this person away. They'll use and abuse this person too. Somebody acting like they know it all. They got it all figured out, baby. What they know is what they've been through, experience. That's why their intuition fucked up. That's why they can't see the truth in reality if it slapped them. Because, baby, that intuition then led them to a deep, dark fog. That intuition got them so caught up in their shadow, baby. They wouldn't know reality if it hit them. They don't know South Node from North Node. I'm telling you, Virg. This person's still waiting for closure. From a person who really ain't got shit to do with you. From the person who did them way, way more devastating than you could ever do them. This person did them worse. That water sign did them worse than you could ever do them. Okay, they still checking behind the screen for that water sign, Virgo. You didn't let it go. You didn't move on. But look what's going on. Somebody here, if it's not you, it's somebody you dealing with, they done got themselves caught the fuck up. Denying you access, denying the truth, lying and following the wrong crowd. Look who they done caught themselves up with. Look what room they sitting in. They ashamed of it. They're ashamed. They're ashamed. They don't want to talk about this part. They have nothing to say about that part, Virgo. But a lot to say about everything. They have nothing to say about what was done wrong to you. Because some of you guys, this is people and folks that's playing on your childhood, right? Oh, I'm using my intuition. I'm a spirit. I'm dead. Baby, if you using your intuition and you a spiritualist, then you make sure you help somebody heal before you open up a womb. Because this is the type of folk, Virgo, the type of people that'll laugh at you. That'll say you lying. You lied about what happened to you. You lied. You're a liar. They'll do it. Some of y'all didn't look. That's why I said this some fucked up shit. And I'm not gonna play Virgo, but for real, some of y'all, you sitting around the same person that abused you, that lied on you, that motherfucking then took you down through it. You know word from word, action from action, and they saying that you lying, and you seen it with your own two eyes. You felt it with your own body. You heard it with your own ears. It's backwards. Read. You should know how to read backwards. As much as we can read emojis and all kind of motherfucking descriptions and images, you can read backwards. Get the fuck around. Because I'm tired of playing with y'all. Have a great day, boo. We talking about something real and you talking about reading backwards. We know you ain't living right. We know every step you take, you go 5 steps back. Bye. And just because ain't nobody else on my page did it, I'm going to do it for them. This the shit I'm talking about. People like to play with you, Virg. And when you speak up and when you say something, when you acknowledge the bullshit, everybody want to run and flap with it. No. This some fucked up shit. But when it happens to them, when it happens to their kids, when it happens to somebody they love, Virg, they want everybody to sit down and listen. Be a Virgo. Use your detective skills, Virg. Do the work. Figure it out. Take the blame. It's sad. It's sad. It ain't even pathetic no more. And it ain't even pathetic for you, Virg, because as many people that think you so green, you so vulnerable, you this, you that, you fine, you sexy. A lot of these people, man, the last thing they ever want to do is see you heal. And it's sad, Virgo, because they actually get more out of living, more out of life, more out of business, more out of functionality, more out of spirituality, more out of mastery, more out of anything, Virgo, as long as you don't heal from trauma. Because the moment that you actually heal, baby, they can't survive in the land. The moment you actually heal, baby, they don't even know how to multiply. They don't know how to replenish. They don't know how to nourish. They don't know how to grow that type of seed, that type of soil, that type of land. Baby, they got to get up and go somewhere else. They got to jump in the water. That's why I said this shit is important. This ain't about being like nobody else. Virgo, a lot of us, a lot of y'all that I'm talking to, man, we done took steps that nobody else is willing to take. They can talk about it. You might have been the first one to get some clout and recognition. But trust and believe there was somebody before you, behind you, and somebody that was way more willing to and deserved it. They don't give y'all credit, Virg. They wanted to be Virgo, but they won't even acknowledge their real birthday. Let's talk about it. Yeah, you ain't surprised. You're not surprised. You're not surprised by the outcome. You're not surprised who they're dealing with. You're not surprised what you're dealing with, Virgo. This is why they can't fuck you up. This is why they will never be 2 steps ahead of you. They're going to remain 2 steps behind because, Virgo, nothing surprises you. For some of you guys where I say this shit fucked up, you've been through so much that don't nothing surprise you no more. You've been through so much you expect the worst. You've been through so much, man. Healing is the biggest blessing, the biggest flex, the biggest payout that you could ever get. A peace of mind. People to leave you the fuck alone. For real, for real. That's some of y'all. It's sad. It's sad. Because what you have, they so ready to destroy. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all see my headscarf fell off. We're going to leave it at what it is. What you have, they're so ready to destroy. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. They want you to get famous. So they can remind you of some bullshit. They want you to get rich. So they can come in and put their hand out. What type of bullshit is this? What type of, ooh, this makes sense. What type of people following this? Hand clapping for this. Because I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be this. I know what you did last summer type of bitch. You can't hang out with me because I know that if you do that to your friend, you going to do that to me. You do that to your family. You do that to your employee. You do that to anybody, baby. I damn sure know for a fact you'll do it to me. See, this is why you don't want this person around you, Virg. They ain't got to figure it out yet, but you done peeped it. You seen it. You may have been on the merry-go-round. You may have been like, oh, I'm so in love with Jimmy Chill. Okay, but Virgo, you start realizing something. Hold on. I'm starting to see the shit that's being said about you. It might have some truth to it. I seen you try to do it to me, too. I see you lying straight in my face and asking me to do the work, and you giving me the small end of the stick. You get what I'm saying, Bird? Somebody's seeing it. They doing all this work. They taking the risk, and they seeing how this person is lying, playing games, and they the one reaping the benefits. They don't mind about smearing your name. They don't mind about you going through a struggle. They don't mind about you not being ate, you not being able to eat, you not being able to feed your children, your family. Baby, they don't mind about none of that. Virgo, you could beg on hand and knee. You could bring up everything you did for this person. Every bone, every skeleton you put in the closet for this person. And I'm going to tell you, Virgo, they going to act like that shit never happened and it never existed. And I'm going to tell you, Virgo, what they going to say is you dumb. Because you should have had some proof. You should have been on your toes. Not that you shouldn't have been the person that was loving, giving, the person that was loyal, the person that was down for whatever. Now they telling you, Virg, you should have been 2 steps ahead of the game. Womp womp. Because if they was really about that, if they was your real right-hand man, if they was really down to die, if they was really down for the ride, not die. But you guys get what I'm saying. If they was really for this with you, whatever this is, Virg, baby, it would have never been no competition. It would have never been who you trying to be like, who trying to be like you. It would have never been none of that. It would have always been y'all against the world. But somebody here, Virgo, I'm telling you, they wish they was you. They always thought they could do it better. This person always looked at you as the They always seen that. It don't matter how much you tried to change for this person. It don't matter how much you gave to this person so that they can make changes. This person have always been in the same predicament. It's gonna be always the same thing. Point blank period. This person always searching. As soon as somebody gets something that they like, as soon as it's a man that like a certain something, this is what they jump head in 10 toes for. It will never be you. And it's sad. It's sad because a lot of people that's around this situation, a lot of people that have seen the truth, that have seen you been done, that have seen you been mistreated, Virg, that not just seen watch you be mistreated for many years. It seems like they still indecision. They still don't know what to do. They still don't. They're still afraid of speaking the truth. Because why? They ain't got to where they want to be at yet. To be able to outshine, I wouldn't say your master, Virg, but the master in this situation. And it's fucked up. It's sad. It's sad. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, Virg. This person don't see you as disposable. They don't see you as, oh, let me give Virgo this soft girl life. No, they actually see you as a rebel. They see you as somebody I need on my team. They see you as somebody who really gonna push them and inspire them to be the best they ever have. They don't want a good girl, nor do they want the bad girl or the bad guy. But somebody cannot stand up for you, Virg. Somebody can't rock the way that you rocking for them because they haven't mastered this yet. And it has nothing to do with finances. It has everything to do with internal factors. You can give this person $1 million, Virg. It ain't gonna change. They have not mastered peace and happiness. You can give this person the man or the woman of their dreams. It's not going to change because they have not mastered joy. They haven't mastered their craft. They haven't mastered their own belief. And they keep waiting for you to do that, okay? And a lot of you guys, what you're doing, Virg, you're getting everything you asked for. And some of you guys, I'm not going to lie, you saying no. You saying no. Some of these folks, they want you to say no so that you can stay in a relationship or a situation that ain't no good for you. Some of y'all, Virgo, I'm not going to lie, because you are such a good person, in order for things to balance out in your life, you're going to need a bad boy or a bad girl. Point blank period. Some of you guys, Virg, it's not about how nice you are. It's not about how willing you are. It's not about how giving you are. You look into a person's eyes, and if they lying to you, you're going to turn them into stone. You might always carry that Medusa. You might always be the root. You might not ever be the branch. You might not ever be the leaf, Virgo. And it's okay with that. At the end of the day, whatever you are and whoever you are, is legacy here. It's going to be bulletproof. Point proof. I don't know what to say there, but that's what I was picking up. You either with it or you not. Somebody here, Virg, they understand you. They're waiting waiting patiently. And they think that you're doing a perfect job. Okay? Point blank period. It's a water sign. That see people trying to be like you. See people trying to mimic you. See people trying to cause this havoc in your mind, havoc in your life. This person, they love that people fell for the trap. Because it's almost like, Virgo, they left you. They left you right for the motherfucking, the fine dining here, right, Virg? They left you as the last glass of wine. Point blank period. Somebody really been playing with people, hoping and intending that don't nobody sip that glass of Virgo. Don't nobody take that Virgo serious. Can't make it up. This is somebody who will pay people to go with that, to run with that. These are people that will run with it just because the teacher said so. The teacher said so. The teacher told me not to like you. It's 2025. If you can't read backwards, You ain't reading enough books. It's 2025. If you can't read backwards, but you can read emojis, you ain't living your life right. It's 2025. If you complaining about what's going on backwards on the internet that you indulging yourself in, I know for a fact you don't like your job. I know for a fact you need to start reading them contracts, and you need to start talking to the people that's your higher ups to figure some things out in life. Okay? Instead of doing all this. You so worried about this, but you can't even... Baby, have you looked at that contract you signed? I don't think so, Richard. Bye. Bye-bye. I get sick of that shit. This is the same thing that I'm talking about, Berg. Every time you speak up, you the bully. Every time you stand out, you're doing something wrong. I don't think so. I'm not buying it. And it's sad, the people that you've had around you that have allowed this type of shit to happen in your life. And sit around you and be like, oh my gosh, Virgo. But bitch, don't tell your story. As long as you making their dream work, it's teamwork, right, Virg? Until then, they got choices and options and obligations. They don't mind being in the shadow, living in their shadow to expose somebody else's. But they can't take no time up out of their busy day and their busy schedule watching other people to work on their shadow, to work on their healing, to work on their sobriety, to work on their mind, their body, their soul, their chakras, their relationship with God, their relationship with their family, their children, the people that they have beef with, that they haven't spoke to in years, that they can't even acknowledge what the problem is. Girl, I just ain't gonna talk to you. Fuck you. But they chasing Larry down the street for 10 plus years. Must be read backwards. We don't get it, Virgo. Then they got the nerve to tell you that little money that you gave them, don't worry about it. That little money that they owe you is nothing. Here you go, Virg. But it took manipulation, scheming, double dipping to even ask you to get the money. Somebody here, I'm telling you, Virg, they forged your signature. Okay, your identity, your look, all that. And now, Virg, they scared. And this is what they're going to tell you. Don't be a snitch. You a snitch, you ain't one of us. Don't you dare, Virg. Don't you dare. And as soon as they got you in the predicament not to say anything, this is what they're going to do to you. It's over now. As soon as people start asking questions and they get away with what they've done, Virg, oh, it's over. Don't question me. That's what's going on here. The moment that you want to take a break, I promise you, a lot of you guys are going to see things for what it is. And this new person that you emerge as, this energy that you come in with, and that brings you joy, Virgo, they're going to want to run it down with guilt and shame. But Virgo, don't you know I did this for you? No, you didn't do that for me. You did that so that you can get away with something. Okay? It was cool, Virgo, as long as you stayed down and never switched up. This is not staying down and stay down till you come up. This is stay down and never switch up and let me get justice. Then we can rekindle things. This is not somebody who wants you to get away with something, wants you to have the best of something. This is somebody who will lie. They will nurse you. They will lie to you. They will make you sick. Okay? Munchausen, whatever that's Munchausen disease. Okay, Virgo? Munchausen, whatever the shit is called. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. This is somebody that'll make you believe you sick, that'll watch you go through some bullshit, baby, and sit there and watch just so that they can take care of you and pacify you. This is somebody, baby, that go out here and steal folks' children. You got to watch this type of individual because it's really giving, Virg. It's giving something ain't right. Baby, this person will give you money. They'll give you love. They'll give you everything that you not want. Not need, but want. But anything that you need and you ask for, gone. Okay? This person here, they're always using manipulation. Oh, well, if you don't do it, so-and-so will. Larry will do it. Baby, if you don't let Larry do it, go let Larry do it. Go let Larry change them motherfucking tires. Let Larry put that motherfucking brake pad on. Let Larry do it. Point blank, period. Because what I feel like, Virgo, they cool with you believing in something as long as it works for them. And then as soon as something is working for you, Virgo, here they are wanting to play with your head and your emotions. And I just don't understand this. If you ain't valuable, why are you such a valuable asset? Why are you such a piece on the motherfucking board here? It just does not make sense. Point blank, period. Somebody is not ready for what actually is coming with their bullshit. Okay? They're not ready. This is somebody, Virgo, for years they've been pulling out. And consistently, I'm going to tell you, they ain't got nobody pregnant. But all of a sudden, Virgo, that little one night stand, that fine bitch from hell, baby, they end up getting that bitch pregnant. Okay? And when I tell you, Virg, they going through it, they're going through it. Okay? And they're taking them for every dollar, every dime, every cent, every crime that they done ever committed. Baby, they are going through it with this person, spiritually, physically, in the jail or not. Point blank, period. Okay? Somebody's name could start with the letter L. Luther, Larry, Landry. Okay? Ladarius, Logan, Laura, Lisa. I'm telling you, some of y'all know about it. You know about this person. You know about their nasty habits. You know what they willing to do, what they willing to screw. Baby, they willing to do anything. Okay, and they quick to tell you about what somebody did to them. Everybody is a narcissist. Everybody's jealous of them. Everybody owes them. Everybody stopped their dreams from happening, okay? They still talking about what happened in 2012, 11, 15, 9, 6, 4, 2000. Point blank, period, okay? 1999, 1888. This is a wolf cry here, Virgo. Okay, like I said, can't make it up. Time fading. This is what they thinking about, okay? They've been crying for a social worker for fucking 22 years. How they your social worker, Virgo, and they ain't never helped you? How they keep calling social workers to your motherfucking house and ain't nothing going on? But you see little Tom and Betty getting abused right down the street and ain't nobody jumped in over there. Nobody. You get what I'm saying, Virg? So you understanding something. Something ain't adding up. It's not adding up. And the only reason these folks want to be around you because you're attached to something. Something valuable. They see you as something valuable. Some of you guys could have Mars in your 9th house. Okay? Some of you guys are destined for fame or to be in the public image. Some of you guys are superstars. Some of you guys even are criminal masterminds. And you know how to get away with it. You know what you're doing. Okay? Some of you guys do know how to save. Do know how to budget. Okay? Some of you guys do like biker boys and they fall in love with you. You can make a biker boy turn into a good boy real quick. Ain't no leash. Just a home. You got dog houses and you got bones. Okay? So your dog's going to do what they're supposed to. They going to eat a bone for you. Okay, Bird? Point blank, period. These motherfuckers here, this what they going through. This what they do. Lie. Straight through their teeth to somebody else's face. And they're mad because you won't fall for lies. Dude. Oh my gosh, dude, where's my car? Looking at his bitch. Dude, the cards are backwards. Dude, it's 100 different channels on here reading cards. Dude, why are you still on here? Why? Why are you on here, boo-boo? Don't you bitches live soft girl lives? I thought everybody was demure. Aren't you demure? Living a soft girl life. Why are you bothering and harassing me? Just why? Get your funky musty ass on. Okay? Bye-bye. Dude. Bitch, you know how to read. Don't play with me. Okay? And if you can't read my page, it's other pages for you to read. You the number 2 comment on my page. So you been in here all this time talking about, oh, hell no. Bitch, oh, hell yes. You wanted it today, you gonna get it. You've been chosen. You've been picked. Bitch, go change your pad. You so busy over here commenting on my motherfucking page. You hoes got a pad you been sitting in for 2 days straight. Bitch, 24 hours. Change your pad, change your tampon. You funky. I'm just keeping it real. I smell you from over here. Okay? Tow truck people don't even want to come tow your funky, nasty ass car because it's disgusting. Okay, y'all so motherfucking demure. Y'all so nice and spiritual and Christian and got the recipe to how to make it to heaven. But you bitches over here messing with me every day. It's not giving what the fuck you say it is. It's your motherfucking non-fictional character in a book ass on. Okay, before I start reading you for the bitch that you are. Leave folks alone. You don't like where you work? Get a new job. You don't like who you dealing with? Get somebody else. One thing about it, if a motherfucker get to exposing that you sleeping with underage kids, bitch, it ain't no job you can run to. Ain't nowhere they can run, bird. I don't give a fuck what they say, how they do it, what they blame it on. Voodoo made you do it. No, voodoo didn't make you do that. Okay, they want to put voodoo on somebody's happy home. Somebody that does have a happy relationship, that done been through some shit. But love keep the foundation strong here, Virgo. This is why you don't get involved with people that's only up when you up. You get involved with people who see you at your worst and choose to stay down. Point blank, period. These motherfuckers want to they dealing with folks that want to keep them secrets. They let people fuck on them, love on them, take all their energy and their money, and they keeping them secret. It's a difference between a secret and private. Yeah, forced signature here, bird. Okay. A forced pregnancy, a forced new beginning, and it's catching back up. It's exposed. It is what it is. It didn't work. I ain't gonna make it up, Virgo. It didn't work. That shit only lasted so long before the truth really prevailed. Okay, and Virgo, it took you being loud. It took you realizing, hold up, I didn't sign that. For something to be seen. It took you realizing this is not my job because, Virg, for a minute here, you've been kind of going with the flow. You've been letting shit go. You've been letting it rock and roll. That's really what I'm picking up on. You've been quiet. You've been loud. Either way, it's still been going, Bird. At this point, you didn't have so many people doing it to you. You really didn't know who the fuck was doing it. You didn't know who the fuck was doing that. They think you green. But if you wasn't green, why the fuck they got paranoia? If you wasn't green, how you so on point with what you're saying? If you green, Virgo, not wasn't. If you green, Virg, how the fuck you just so happen to be right? With no proof. If you green. You get what I'm saying, Virg? It just don't make sense here. Somebody thought they could mix purple and blue together and it makes sense. Because it might turn out to green or boogie dookie brown. I'm not sure. But one thing about it, Virg, when it came down to it, you would never taking that charge. You wasn't never that dumb. You really been peeping this. I don't know if you just been lying to yourself, friend. What's been going on? You allowed yourself to be kept a secret, or you've been around some folks that you knew that was doing, wishing and doing harm on you. I don't know what, Virg, but I feel like you know why. Okay, you had to see it. You had to get taken out on that vacation. You might have needed some sun. See, somebody thought that they got away with something, but God really said, no, let Virgo go to the beach. Let Virgo get that vacation. Even if it's for a quick second, I'm going to let Virgo get it. See, they didn't read the fine print. They keep saying it's you, but there's no Virgo earth energy out. This is all fire. There was no point that you missed. This is them. They were willing to do whatever they needed to do, but they took you exactly where you needed to be. And this all started, why I said this in the beginning. Not about intuition, not about gut. This is somebody being misled. Listening to the wrong person. Listening to somebody else's intuition and saying it was theirs. Virgo, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. A lot of you guys, you don't have nothing else to prove. You actually done talking about it. You moved on. You been done. Here they are. Game of Thrones looking ass motherfuckers. Here they are. Just won't go away. Here they are. Gonna do whatever they need to do. Here they are. When they gonna leave you alone? When they gonna stop getting readings? They got all this power, all this might, all this motherfucking advice. When they gonna make a change? When they gonna get rid of you? You saying you don't miss, but you on my page throwing shots, and bitch, you missed. Because what target did you shoot down other than running your mouth? What did you stop? Nothing. Interrupted a motherfucking live video with 100 people on here. What did you stop? Nothing. Nothing. Maybe if you stop doing what you're doing, you might get somewhere. Maybe if you start attacking the people that's in your circle, the people that's fucking with you every day, instead of people who don't know you, that actually may have been on your side one day. This bitch thought she stopped the reading and light paused. Girl, I ain't that big. I ain't that big. Stop a miracle. Stop a blessing. Stop somebody from seeing me as that. Stop me from believing in God and believing in myself. Stop that. Then, bitch, I might think you're powerful. Until then, we ain't got time today and we ain't got time tomorrow. And it looks like God said we ain't going to have time next year either. A lot of people up here, they do it for views and likes. I do it for just to remind you, you are great. That shit did happen. This is the truth. Okay. So let's keep rocking. Let's keep going into it. I got food to eat. I'm tired. I'm ready to get up off here. Yeah, a lot of these folks, baby, they ain't ready for you to start traveling. They used to you being stuck. For you to travel, that's a threat. You getting a new job. You changing your hair. You changing your lifestyle. You changing your diet. You changing anything about your appearance, what people can see on the outside. I'm telling you, it is a threat. A threat. Okay. They don't know what to do with. The letter T is definitely significant. The letter E is significant. Somebody here, baby, I'm telling you, they keep on trying to threaten you, play with you, and it's costing them every dime and every dollar. And I'm telling you, they going through a level of paranoia that they can't even motherfucking understand. Okay? Watching they back, glancing over their back every 5 seconds here. Okay? This person's so ready to fight. They so ready to, tear somebody down, shoot somebody down. They gonna end up shooting the person that they love the most. Hurting the person that they love the most. And not only that, somebody here taking notes on this person behavior here, Virg. They're taking notes. They like, man, what is wrong with you? This person acting like they so sweet and innocent the whole time. The investigator didn't see the text. The investigator got the proof. The whole time, the crowd see what's going on. Virgo, now the more that you tune in and peep in and take notes on the situation, the more you starting to see how fucked up somebody is. And it make you start feeling like, man, I really would knock your bitch ass out. But you listening to it. You gonna keep allowing somebody to keep talking this shit. You gonna keep allowing somebody to keep on expressing why they did this. It's almost like, Virgo, you a counselor, you're an investigator, you're somebody, you can't say nothing. But Virgo, whatever this is, this narrative that they're painting, man, you ain't fucking with it at all. But you gonna let them talk themselves right into a fucking grave. Okay, you finna offer them everything but motherfucking freedom. And they're mad about it. You got a bad rap. The police got a bad rap. Okay? Virgo's got a bad rep. At the end of the day, it seems like, Virgo, you making decisions here. So your reputation can't be that bad. This is why they want to tear you down. It's some type of screenshot, some type of photo proof here, Virg, or evidence here. Let's see what's coming out. Clarify that evidence part. Yeah, somebody's stalking here. The evidence ain't even going to be used because of how they got it. And even if they did get it, Virgo, this is somebody here that would go ahead and fake evidence. Okay? They'll lie. They will lie. They'll change some words, some letters, some names. This is somebody, child, you got to watch them. They're very good at creating documents, okay, or creating photos. They're very good at getting into the system and infiltrating things and changing stuff up. This person can get in anybody's shit. TXU, AT&T, your local county, judge. They can get in everybody's shit. Okay, Virgo, I ain't gonna make this up. You wouldn't even see this shit. You don't even think this. You see this person and you like, nope, never. That's why they always at the party. They ain't never late. Baby, they having champagne. You just ain't invited, Bird. They boss daddy to everybody else, but to you, oh, nah, Bird, they're facing legal issues. I'm telling you. You see what's going on. You keep on trying to dust it off, and that's exactly what they want. They want you to dust it off. They want you to keep ignoring the red flags. Okay, they don't want you to say shit. They don't want you to reflect on nothing. You better not, Virg. Okay, because I'm telling you, this person here, they getting more violent by the day. They only fuck with people for money. They only want you for money. They only in that contract for money. They only signed your name and forged your signature for money. Now that they facing these legal issues, they like, just dust it off. It wasn't that big. We were married together. We were in the contract. You knew I signed your name, Virg. Don't lie now. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bob the Builder. I'm sorry. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm sorry. Somebody here, Virg, they don't get it. They don't understand it one point or the other. Point blank in it, period. Look at them trying to run. Look at them. They so cool at styling and profiling. They so cool. They so good at watching finances. They so good at pocket watching. To spend on their own bad habits. But the moment that shit come to them, the moment that shit is put on them, baby, they running. This is the type of person, Virgo, that can't wait to get you evicted. They talk about your eviction, but they go hurry up and get into an apartment before their eviction stand on their credit. This somebody here, Virgo, that talk about you being a victim, seeing you evicted, seeing you work your ass off, get into a new place, and they staying in an Airbnb with bad credit and running around making it look good, or leasing and renting somewhere that they took a home from you, and they around here making it look like, woo, look at me. What a sight to see. And it's not giving that at all, and you know that. You know that. You know this person got bad habits. You know this person is caught up in debt. You know this person wants you in debt. You know this person been using you, playing you, scheming on you for many, many years, for a long time, whatever it may be. Some of y'all, this your own goddamn kids. Okay? At the end of the day, you know what it is. They've been waiting for you to die, waiting for you to fail, waiting for you to disappear, and you see what it is. Epic fail. And because it didn't go that way, now look at them. They want to convince you that everybody else is the gold digger. Everybody else is the dumb criminal. Okay? This person here, they're not getting away with anything. And I feel like whoever this is that's trying to get this person, I wouldn't say released from prison, but this is somebody that wants to deal with somebody that's a con artist, so they know that this person, they have a lot, they're not a productive member of society. Point blank, period. But they want them to be free. Get them out so that they can come out and do A, B, and C. They can come out and finesse people. They can use their good looks. They can use whatever they learned in the penitentiary to come out and start, seducing people to continue on with bad habits. And this is this little doodle bird brain over here. Why they always calling somebody bookie brain and think somebody want to be them, right? This is what they doing. They gonna sit around and say, yeah, release them. Just so it can bother you. Because they're bothered with their life. They're being ran down, ran over, placed up underneath the rug mat. And they're doing all of that just so that they can say that you don't have anything. Yeah, they're really pissed the fuck off too because they on the run and you're not. You're busy mastering your craft and they're busy still being a smooth talking fucking criminal. They're busy dealing with smooth talking criminals. They're busy still trying to smooth talk their way out of bullshit. Okay, you dealing with minute things, petty things compared to what this person is actually dealing with. I'm telling you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is what it is. They got everybody else fooled, but baby, they couldn't convince you if it was your last motherfucking dollar, your last meal, your last dime, your last child, your last tear, your last strike. You would never fall for this elementary ass bullshit, okay? I feel like, yeah, this person here, they can lie a million times. They can call you and try to convince you, so-and-so has an STD, and he's a dog. Don't you know that? This bitch, whoever this is that's saying up, they lay right up behind this person. They calling everybody else with this story, but lay right up with the same person they saying all this bullshit about. Why? Because they want something. They want everybody to believe this false reality, this false narrative. They want everybody to buy the bullshit, okay? Buy the bullshit. They want you to spend your money on drugs, but they supplying the drugs. They keep calling you a drug addict, but they supplying the drugs. They keep saying you have STDs, but they're paying for sex. Something ain't adding up here. They keep saying, oh, you broke, but you keep giving this person money. Make it make sense. It just doesn't. Okay, but I feel like, Virgo, you know what it is. You ain't stupid. Whether you choose to speak about it, whether you choose to believe it, whether you keep on giving, whether you don't, Virgo, whenever you say no, actions speak louder than words. Whenever you say no, you start to see who really, what it really is. Point blank, period. I feel like somebody here, they cool as long as you doubt your purpose. They cool as long as you invest in theirs. They cool as long as you allow them to get away with whatever they getting away with. A lot of y'all just saying no. And you seeing who really for you and who really not. A lot of you guys, people going through bullshit because they said no to you in the past, and that shit haunting them. That's just what it is, bird. Point blank, period. I'm gonna eat me some tacos. We ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys, I wouldn't say a criminal mastermind. Some of you guys, you didn't fall for criminal masterminds. You didn't fall for people with the public image. You didn't fall for the biker boy. You didn't fall for, getting that money quick. You fell for being yourself. But at the same time, y'all still have to deal with what came with the game. Okay? Did your mama breastfeed you? Jimbo? Did she breastfeed you? Or did you come off Similac? Because you giving a Similac, baby. You giving Similac. Okay? You ain't never got that nipple-fed energy, bitch. We can tell. Yeah. But this is what y'all have to deal with. No matter what, Virgo, what step you took, no matter what you brought to the table, you still get criminal masterminds. You still get, public image. You get the schemers and the scammers. You get the bad bitches. You get a lot of shit. Okay? You deal with a lot of dumbass shit. And Virgo, I'm like, why? For what? It just don't give. If Virgo is so much of what people say, then why? Is it ring the alarm? I've been through this too long. I'll be damned if I see another bitch on your arm. Why is it all this fire and red energy? Why? Why? Why when people feelings get hurt, everybody expects you to have empathy, but they have no sympathy for nothing you've been through in life? That's a lie. Let them tell it. I just don't get it. I don't get Virgo. I don't get it. You keep giving them, you give them good game. Okay, you give them good knowledge. You reporting real news, life-saving news. And these motherfuckers saying you lying? But yet they click in on the channel every day and watch that news report. They watching CNN every day. Womp womp. I don't know, Bird. They saying you childish, but it looked like that's them. They waiting for an apology that they're never gonna get. Point blank period. They still reminiscing on the last time you gave it to them. Okay, they still want to rekindle some shit. Virgo, you ain't even asking for an apology from these people that you knew what they was doing. You ain't even saying apologize. You saying, can we move forward? Because I chose to love you. I know who you are. I know what you're capable of. I know what you're doing. But I'm moving forward. Can we move forward? But Virgo, they so guilty. And they think you so delulu. And they think they such a motherfucking puppet master. A puppet master. That you're going to admit to their wrongdoings. They think you going to say, yeah, anything for us to be friends. What you did, I'll take the blame for. They gotta be out they motherfucking marbles. Out they cuckoo ass, rabbit ass mind. Straight the fuck up. This person think you gonna beg. This person even prepared for you not to say nothing. I ain't even gonna lie. That's what they hoping. You don't say nothing, Virgo. I'm gonna send you a designer bag. You ain't gonna know who it came from. I'm gonna send you some $500 roses. You ain't gonna know who it came from. Like that matter to you? When they play with your insecurity, when they play with your mind, they play with your vulnerability, they play with your name, your reputation, they lied on you. People believe those lies. Virgo, you had to start over. You had to rebrand. And even when you did that, they kept going. Virgo, ask them why they don't like you. Ask these folks to tell you what you did wrong. They can repeat verbatimly everything you done said, but they can never repeat. Well, what did I do to you? No, you look like a sad, empathetic story that's typing on motherfucking YouTube. Trying to be the big bad wolf for somebody. The big bad wolf for somebody, and it's still not giving. Bitch, you don't even like your life. You getting advice from an internet thug. You getting your advice from a person called Ghetto Nun. Like, baby, you could never on my page. Have a great day. I get sick of y'all, because y'all, in real life, these bitches talk all this shit. Then created a whole motherfucking career of lies. But the moment that you address a bitch, they're quiet. The moment you address them, they're on fake accounts. Girl, stop. Deal with what you got going on in life, in real life. Because this what it's giving in real life. It ain't your kids, it's your nieces, your nephews, the people that go to the covenant school. They're struggling, okay, because they're following behind a demon. A demon. Drugs and all, baby. Whoever and whatever you say, you on my page, entertaining me. Speaks volumes about you. Speak volumes, because I grew up in an era when, baby, certain things, that goth shit and that cuckoo shit, we just wasn't walking out there in the graveyards to be curious. A lot of my color folks that keep on talking about how I act and how I speak, Baby, y'all giving YT. Y'all giving, when you see a serial killer out there, you falling on the ground. You giving that. You want to go check shit out to see for yourself. See, me, I come from another. Do we got to speak about it? We ain't got to tell them. We're going to let them keep on going down that road, that dark path. Baby, go ahead. You go in there and look and see. I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm finna get going. Now, this is what the cards say. We're going to leave it here. Own your awesome and stay humble as fuck. List 5 things that you love about yourself. Now list 5 ways you're just like every other human who's ever lived. Go forth, you little fabulous little snowflake. I ain't make this shit up either, y'all. And be like everyone else with your unique bad self. Bitches think that people want to be like them. Bitch, if you knew better, you do better. And I'm a ruckus up out of here. I sound like, what's his name? Uncle Ruckus any day. Then be a Uncle Ruckus by the looks. I be the character every day, but bitch, you out here looking like Uncle Ruckus. You out here looking like Shay Mar. You got people texting my phone. You got people commenting on my page, but bitch, you won't speak up and step up not one day to save your life. You old bald-headed, edged, raggedy back in the dark neck ass, black neck asshole, black feet asshole, no cars, no goals, just using cars to read people lifestyle type of bitch. I don't know why you keep thinking somebody want to be you, but this is a reminder. 7 years later, like you say, 7 days. Nah, bitch, 7 years later, because do the math, how long you been here? And for all you dick riding hoes that keep coming on my page and calling my motherfucking phone, bitch, you better do something with your life. Do something with them edges on the back end and the front end. My shit getting loose too. My shit getting light too. But I ain't putting nothing on top of mine. I'll be damned if I'm walking around with a lace front in 105 degrees weather. Bitch, please do better about yourself. Out here mad on the internet. Messing with me every day because you look like Shamar. You look like Shamar. Bitch, I did the math. I did the calculation. I added it the fuck up. I looked twice. I looked 3 times. I put it together. Okay? I did the side by side. And you look like Shamar. So, Lil Shamar Jr., I don't give a fuck what you put on Patreon. I don't give a fuck what you doing and who you got doing on my motherfucking page. Before you go to sleep tonight, you go look at Shamar and you remind yourself that that's exactly who the fuck you look like. Bitch, I'll be Ozzy all goddamn day. I don't look like Shamar. Marco, have a good day. This ain't Marco Polo, bitch. You it. Bye.